Titus chapter 1, 5 to 9 gives you the qualifications of an elder. Who can sit in this office and what are the qualifications? This is the word of God. We are thankful to Almighty God for it. Thank you so much, Mr. Medusa. And back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Perhaps we can play, or should I say pay bills kind of early, because there are some very pressing fraud allegations taking place in the country. And so we may have to pursue some of the frauds. But let's look at everybody needs money always. Send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the App Store and Google Play Store. Money Max. Live your Money Max life. And this is powerful. My spiritual advisor.
Okay, here we go. So, there we go. Come and sail with us to Lutra. The motor vessel Arabian arrives at Three Island Dock, which is in North Lutra. It leaves Porter's Key Dock Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 11 a.m. And it returns to Nassau Saturday, April the 13th at 6 p.m. So D&T Shipping Lines come sail with us to Lutra via the motor vessel Arabian to the Three Island Dock in North Lutra. Leaves Porter's Key Dock Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 11 a.m. And it returns to Nassau Saturday, April the 13th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And then, of course, the motor vessel Captain Theo goes to the Hatchet Bay, Illustra area. It leaves the Porter's Key Dock Friday, April the 12th, Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And of course, it returns to Nassau Sunday, April the 14th, 2024 at 10 a.m. The motor vessel Captain Theo will be collecting freight from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Passengers and vehicles. So for more information, please call 361-7556. That's 361-7556. The motor vessel Captain Theo goes to Hatchet Bay, Lutra. It leaves Porter's Key Dock Friday, April the 12th, 2024, 6 p.m. And of course, it returns to Nassau Sunday, April the 14th at 10 a.m. The motor vessel Captain Theo will be collecting freight from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Passengers and vehicles. So for more information, please call 361-7556. All right, Santa, back to you.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, there is this breaking news taking place here in the capital, where this morning, at least 7 Negro citizens, all it is alleged, are employees of the Bahamas Water and Sewage Corporation, and all of whom served under the leadership of the Free National Movement Member of Parliament for Long Island and the Executive Chairman of the Water and Sewage Corporation, Adrian Gibson, and the 7 people they were charged with fraud. So this is the second set of employees under an F&M administration to have been charged, and we are receiving reports that there are many more people who it is believed are still employed at the Water and Sewage Corporation who is still under investigation. So it's breaking news, and of course there is a particular citizen who has me kind of punch drunk, and so I'm kind of reluctant at this stage to identify that citizen. I'm going to be called upon to pray and fast over the fact that these allegations are being levied. So it's breaking news. 7 more people at the Water and Sewage Corporation arraigned in magistrate court. Perhaps I'll ask my spiritual advisor to read the press report. I think that would be a brilliant idea. My spiritual advisor.
But before I do,
Go ahead.
I noticed you just got this smirk on your face.
Pardon?
I noticed you have this smirk on your face.
Smirk.
Yeah.
Now, when you say smirk, what?
It's like you just got this very...
That's ugliness.
No. A smirk is like a smile.
Oh, it's not ugliness?
No.
Okay.
It's a smile, but the smile seems to be very suggestive.
Suggestive?
Yeah.
Really?
It seems as if like you are somewhat either rejoicing
Or
you...
shocked.
Why smile if you're shocked?
Well, sometimes different people express emotions differently. Most time when you see me smiling, I'm sorrowful, but I hide it.
Anyhow,
Smile.
let's read this quickly.
Go ahead, my spiritual advisor.
It says 7 charged on claims of fraud by reason of service at the Water and Sewage Corporation. Now, can I read these names though?
Yes, my spiritual advisor, they were charged in the court.
Today?
Today, so this is covered by privilege.
Okay. And you sure?
Yes, I sure.
Okay. The following persons were charged this morning for stealing from Water and Sewage Corporation. Adasha Pickering, age 37. Veronica Ann Newbold, 73. Wichelle Wilson, 46. Romel Rule, 52. Trevor Vaughn Roberts, 60. Vanessa Rule, 52. And Marvin Scavala, 55. They were charged in court number 9 this morning before Chief Magistrate. Also, they were accused of stealing by reason of service with the Water and Sewage Corporation. 2 more persons are to be charged, but that pair presented 6 slips ranging from... Sorry, excuse me. Forgive me.
You're free to laugh, my spiritual advisor. Go right ahead. You see who the FNF is.
Look here.
I only smile because that they were.
I'm so sorry. Forgive me. This is not
There is
professional.
nothing to apologize for.
No.
They are accused
I'm apologizing.
of fraud. And if you find it funny,
No, I don't find that funny, Sam.
well, I find it funny. Now, do you want me
Yeah,
to
but you ain't
analyze?
laughing. You
Huh?
see, that's the problem. Let me finish this.
Oh boy.
Let me finish this, man.
Spiritual
Let
advisor,
me finish
you have to
this.
be careful that you don't cause them to cause you to lose your way.
What is this? All were accused of stealing by reason of service from Water and Sewage Corporation. 2 more persons are to be charged.
But
The pair...
presented, they presented a sick certificate, right? Now, I bet you ain't man enough to tell the country who signed their sick certificate.
Sandra, read. You go ahead and read it.
Tell them who signed the sick certificate. Go ahead. Tell them who signed the sick certificate.
Let me finish
I've
reading
been
this.
going to
Anyhow,
court all my life. You know, I've never thought about taking a sick certificate. It's a brilliant idea. Next time I have to go to court, 2 sick certificates. Go ahead.
Okay, the case, as we understand, involves an elaborate scheme to commit fraud through the services of the corporation, which is already strapped for cash and fights to meet monthly payroll. I don't know if that's propaganda or not. Anyhow, presently, the former chairman and MP for Long Island, Adrian Gibson, and former general manager, Elwood Donaldson, are facing serious charges in relation to the same corporation. A few minutes ago, Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis sacked his chairman, MP Sylvanus Petty, for the news of contracts which exposed nepotism at the corporation. All right, so now, these latest charges,
Do you have a
are
problem
they connected to this case?
if
Are they connected to the case?
what? Which case?
Adrian Gibson case.
Um,
We don't know, right?
So you ask a question and you answer it.
I'm just, okay, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Are they connected in the same case?
I am saved by the bell. This is Freedom March. What a wonderful day in the Bahamas. You're charged. What if you present sick certificate from the doctor? You don't have to come to court today. It's beautiful. It's powerful. God save the King. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I learned something new today. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and as we know, Today is the 10th of April, and so there's breaking news coming from the Water and Sewage Corporation. At least 7 employees have been charged with fraud. And all of this fraud is reported to have occurred during the leadership of Long Island Member of Parliament, Adrian Gibson. So they were arraigned in the court today, but 2 of them perhaps became sick. Maybe they were not feeling well, and we are learning that they did produce sick certificate. And you know, once you produce your sick certificate and the court accepts the, I'm going to use a big word, the veracity of the certificate, then you don't have to be arraigned. And depending on how often you can be sick and how often you can bring a sick certificate, you could continue to just hold justice back.
It's 21 days actually, those slips are for.
The slips are for 21 days.
21 days, yeah.
So those suspect, they will be given 16, how much days?
21.
21 days. So, and who knows, in 21 days' time, if they're still feeling sick, well, you can always get another 21 days. Or perhaps the magistrate could still read the charges while they are sick. But then it all depends on how badly they are sick. But it's beautiful. I'm 67.
Could they run?
When you say run, what do you mean?
Abscond.
Escape?
Yeah.
Well, everybody could attempt to escape. Some of us would be successful if we try. Some of us could be tracked down. Don't forget, Bahamas is a part of Interpol.
Yes, that's the thing.
And Interpol will track you down. And it all depends. If you run to Haiti,
chances are they won't find you.
They won't be able to find us, because in the...
Not us. Won't be able to find them.
Okay, I don't mean you when I said us. I mean us. You recall in the murder charges, which have been since downgraded to manslaughter, Norman Toussaint. Norman Toussaint is the Negro male who is reported to have killed a gay man by the name of Omar Davis Jr. And it started out, but it's amazing how the system can be manipulated. It started out where the police was also searching for Norman Toussaint's younger brother, but the family, it is alleged, was successful in getting him on a little boat and sending him to Port-au-Pierre, thus escaping the long arms of the law. But the talk has always been that Norman has admitted to the murder, but apparently they all came to an agreement because these are gay crimes. And in our society, the gay community is compromised. And you will note that most of the gay killings, we have always been successful in hiding them. You have to hide gay murders. And you can't allow them to come to court. Just check the history. It's there. So this was a gay killing. And Norman's younger brother, let's see what his name is.
Where do you get this information from?
How you mean, where I get it from? It's Haitian. If you're talking about Haitian, then I'm interested in things to do with Haitian. Norman is a Toussaint. Toussaint, you know Toussaint Louetti?
Yeah, he led the rebellion.
All right then, what you want me to do? I've been following the case. It involves the Haitian people. Somebody has to follow the case. Yeah, okay. I'll translate. I will translate Norman's brother. Norman's brother, we'll call him J in English. And the allegation was that the gay man had first sexually assaulted J. And Norman was alleged to have confronted J over the evidence. Then all of that turned as J ran. And as the police, Norman was so carried away that he took the dead body almost to work. This is what happened. And many people of Haitian descent, as it became clear what the allegations were, we were very upset because that kind of pratique is normally not committed among our people, the Haitian male population. And so it appears that a lot of the pratique that was taking place, it was shocking. But Norman, it is alleged, has acknowledged some of the biological participation in the pratique. And it was a question of blackmail. You live in a society now, every sin, we have to videotape. Every sin, you have to take picture, okay? And so once you take picture and videotape, then you're open to blackmail. And some people thought that because Norman was bilingual, he didn't have the gift to be embarrassed. And so it became vicious. Long knives and cutlasses is alleged to have been drawn. And so things got out of hand. But Norman admitted to many crimes and sins. And so for many people, they don't want these cases to go to court because they're so scandalous, so indecent. So they all work out something. And they work out something. And you may not be aware of it, that the new Office of Public Prosecution, they've had some very interesting gay cases. Most people don't understand. They had a gay case the other day where an official gay man, he testified in his state uniform, his government uniform. And when he took the witness box and he swore to tell the truth, and when the jury saw that he was dressed as a soldier ready to defend the national security of the country, they accepted his evidence, convicted the gay man that he testified, and they sent him to jail. So these are some of the things that happens in our society. So we have to talk to our gay children. We have to talk to our gay daughters and gay sons and gay relatives, because there's a bunch of gay things that are taking place. And as these gay things are taking place, people go for big knives. Because it's so indecent, I've decided I won't go any further because it's too much, too much adjective. And the best word I could use is pratique, which means to practice. So that's what's going on. So Norman, he went to jail for 15 years, and the family of Omar Davis Jr., they're upset. They think that perhaps he should have been given more time. But these things are negotiated, They negotiated. Prosecution don't want to go to court. I don't know why the prosecution didn't go to court, because the prosecution had a case where it had an official of the government testify in his government uniform. And they won the case. Can you imagine you are a gay man and you come to the Supreme Court in your government uniform and you tell the judge, the foreman of the jury and the entire court that you are gay, you're proud, and that what your gay friend did was a crime, and you're about to jail him, and you were successful in sending gay man to jail for a long time. So, but you know, I don't know. But I have been told that Norman's family has returned to Haiti because the police were looking for Jay. Jay is a short little guy, but they quickly sent Jay off to Haiti. Jay was born in the Bahamas. Norman was born in the Bahamas. You know, so that's what's going on. And Omar family is very upset. So let's keep Jay in jail for a long time so he can be safe, and then perhaps he might make a determination to, you know, go to Haiti. I don't know. I thought I'll tell that to you in view of the fact that I find the gay community, the lesbian people, it's interesting to note that the lesbian people, they stood by and they kept quiet, and a whole gay man was murdered. And it happened because in the society, in the Bahamas, there's a culture of hiding real gay crime. And all them people who say there's lesbian and so forth, right? They went undercover. Believe me when I tell it to you, okay? Anyway, I'm going to leave it alone. My spiritual advisor, I'm not going to ask you to comment on this sinful issue. I prefer you commenting on the Water and Sewage Corporation and the fact that they have sick leave. Okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, you know, you're handing those sick slips, and the days range between 14 to 21. Now I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen within those days, because quite frankly, it gives them some time to do some things. It either gives them some time to prepare a defense, or the opposite. We don't want to get into that, but you know, 14 to 21 days is a lot of time. So that's an excuse, a good enough excuse for the court.
If an alleged defendant convinces a court that he or she is ill, the court has a duty not to compel that person to be arraigned.
Okay.
Don't forget, we live in a society based on the rule of law. There are certain basic and fundamental rights that an accused person has. And then you have to be careful. What if the person has a contagious disease? Right?
This is true.
So
you don't want to bring that to court.
Right. So the court will be responsible. And if the court later discover that it is a ruse, then the doctor would be in problem. And I'm certain the doctor will not submit a slip certificate to a court of law. Huh? I don't think a doctor would do that.
Okay.
I think it's better for us to always take the high ground and go on the premise that the person is ill, you know? And we could wait for the person to be arraigned in 21 days' time.
All right, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, so I think that's what we should do. Out of time.
All right, so we move on.
Yeah, we move on. Okay, folks, so having said that, let's see what else is happening. My spiritual advisor, is there something that you might have been thinking about that you may want to mention?
Yeah, I find this to be very interesting on the front page of The Guardian that the Crisis Center, they are very keen on fighting for equal rights, especially for women. That they noticed that there's been this very sluggish move to criminalize marital rape. And
They're still trying to put rape in marriage?
yeah, they're saying that the government is pussyfooting, basically.
Okay.
And, they're dragging their feet on it, but they say, listen, they're not going to give up because we live in a society where we want to protect women and their rights, especially from violence. So it does seem as if marital rape has now been placed on the back burner.
Okay.
And there's not too much talk about it.
Okay.
The Crisis Center is saying that they're going to still be the ones to be after the government, to push them.
Okay.
To, remember that the main stake or the main meat of the matter is equal rights for women, especially as relates to violence. And that's true. I haven't heard anything about this marital rape for a while, although that's where it should be on the back
Equal
burner.
rights for women.
Yeah, especially.
I want the Crisis Center to tell me
violence.
if they think that a woman has a right to keep sweetheart. I want them to tell me that. I want the Crisis Center to tell me if they think a woman has a right to run off with a married woman's husband. I want them to tell me that. They should be careful how they pursue some of these social issues, because a lot of our problems in this society is due to the fact that we continue to commit this sin of sweethearting, and I've seen no woman associated with the Crisis Center who has condemned the sweethearting. And sweethearting in this country has left murder in its wake and has undermined the integrity of our judicial system, because we do not want to acknowledge that people are keeping sweetheart, and sweethearting can be led to abuse, where men can become victim and women is victim. But you want to be honest. There's a couple of cases going on now in this country, and we don't want to just come out and say, listen, the result of this crime is because the defendant was keeping sweetheart. The result of this crime is because the plaintiff was keeping sweetheart. And we should ask the judge to just order that he will keep sweetheart no more. But now, people say that I'm talking nonsense. But I can throw it in your face. I can show you the hypocrisy in our society where there are serious crimes taking place. And if we, as individuals, if we as a society would just relax our infidelity and our sweethearting, it will be a more peaceful and equitable society. So, don't mind these people, my spiritual advisor.
Well, I saw it. It just caught my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Medusa, there's something that's going on in North Andros. We have a clip of a huge fire that's raging in North Andros. And apparently, it's I understand that this fire is so much out of control that Floridians are now complaining about the smoke that's drifting into Florida. Is that possible?
Well, that's possible, yes.
I sent a video. Yeah.
Are the Chick Chinese safe?
I don't know, but a forest fire apparently is raging in North Andros.
Is Bogollon and Andros safe? You see, this is what disturbs me. All this talk about fire, nobody would tell me if Bogollon is safe. Nobody would tell me if Chick Chinese them is safe. Nobody would tell me about the magic birds.
These are just myths, right?
What?
The Chick Chinese thing.
I don't think it's a myth.
Half man, half bird or something like that. What is it? What's a Chick Chinese?
A Chick Chinese is mystical.
What is a Chick Chinese, Mr. Medusa? Could we Google it?
He would
half man, half something.
He would
man.
only be able to tell you what is a teaspoon, okay?
There it is. Let's see that. I think it is a video. Yeah, look at that, Santa.
Yeah, let's see it.
This is blazing in North Andros, and I understand that this has gotten so much under control that there are some folks in Florida who's complaining about the smoke that's causing some issues.
Really?
And of course, residents in North Andros has to now move. They have to move now because for health reasons. There's some who want to stay to protect their homes as much as they could, but
any rose crab?
I understand that they're calling on the government to look at this expeditiously, urgently, as the one fire truck that is there. This is what I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true. That the one fire truck that is there, it's not helping at all. So there's this huge forest fire blazing in North Andros. The government has to pay attention to this, and if they can't deal with it, then let's get some help from the United States, where they have those either helicopters or planes that could drop foam, whoever it is, to help take this fire out and get it under control. But Sally, yeah, chick chani. What is a chick chani? Let me see if I can find out.
A chick chani? Yeah, look up for chick chani.
What is?
Look, we've always had bush fires in the United States. I think in the state of California, they have been having a lot of fire as well.
Mm-hmm.
Here on the island of New Providence, in the Carmichael Road area, in the 60s and early 50s, there were always evidence of forest fire. All right? So those things happen, and forest fire is natural. See, there are many people who are unaware that that is one of the ways by which nature, I can't find the right adjective, but that's one of the ways by which nature manages the pine barren forests. So,
well, that's something to think about, because then now you think to yourself, with this going on, this is going to produce a lot of potential coal, would it? No?
Coal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you burn a lot of the, what is the name of the tree? Cedar tree?
Or the pine tree.
Okay, the pine tree, yeah. But essentially in the forest, that is one of the means by which you kind of manage it, kind of manage the undergrowth. So fire in Abaco, fire on the island of New Providence have always been natural. So fire can be natural.
But this one is concerning, though.
Yeah, well, it's a matter of managing. Man has the ability to manage, and so forth.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. If the fire is getting out of hand, then you move the civilian population to a safer area. So that is what I think you would do under those circumstances, right?
Okay.
And then, of course, who knows, you might even get some roast crab or some wild hog in Andros. I don't know. So it's that kind of thing. What else do you have to talk about?
No, that was all I got. My that was so chick Chinese is an owl. That's what it is?
What do they say it is? Tell me what they say.
4 feet is an owl.
Okay.
Or big bird.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking. Some folks should say chick Johnny is half man, half bird. That's I don't know what true that is.
Well, I know some owl.
I don't believe that, though.
I know some owl who looks like human.
They do?
Yeah, I do know some owls who look like a man.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any new information on what Brandel McCartney is doing?
Well, it does seem as if there is this move by some they want to return Dr. Minnis to leadership in the Free National Movement.
Okay.
I guess if he does return, then Brandel McCartney would like to serve as his deputy.
Really? Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's what it looks like.
Or are you being mischievous?
Well, I mean, I could be mischievous, but I I don't know. That's something that's just been thrown around lately.
Don't you know who minister's deputy is? Huh?
Who's this deputy?
What is his name?
Ricardo Smith?
No, man. Come, my spiritual advisor.
Why are you saying no, man?
Minister's deputy prime minister. Who was minister's deputy prime minister in his last administration?
Oh, Desmond Bannister.
Desmond Bannister.
Okay.
All right.
Anyhow, we're at the 5 o'clock mark.
This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. 7 underlings, all under Adrian Gibson. Well, they have been arraigned, charged with fraud. It's fraud, fraud, fraud. God save the king. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. It's 5 p.m. It's birthday time, and of course, the first birthday kid happens to be my godson, and his name is Cyphers Metellus. And yesterday was his birthday. He turned 1 year old. And let me tell you something. He is the splitting image of his dad, Yelex Metales. So, can you imagine that at 67, my godchild is 1 year old? Yesterday. Happy birthday, Cyphers. And this is powerful. And then the next man, he turned 43 years old. His name is Anthony Pinder. Anthony happens to be the nephew to my wife, Jana. So, Anthony, my wife, wishes you a happy birthday. I'm certain that your parents also wish you a happy birthday. So, Anthony, I wish you a happy birthday. Happy birthday. God bless you. This is powerful. Do we have any more birthdays?
No, that's it. That's it for the day.
And for those around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas who was born on this wonderful day, that would be April 10th, happy birthday. God bless you. It's powerful. Let's look at an ad again, my spiritual advisor. You want to do that boating ad again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And then after that, I'll do money marks. How does it sound?
All right, great. So come sail with us to Iltv on the motor vessel Arabian. It's going to arrive at the 3-island dock in North Iltv. This ship is going to leave Port of Ski on Friday, April 12, 2024 at 11 a.m. And then it's going to return to Nassau Saturday, April 13th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And then, of course, the other motor vessel, Captain Theo, which is going to go into Hatchet Bay, Iltv, is going to leave Port of Ski Dock on Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And, of course, it's going to return to Nassau Sunday, April the 14th at 10 a.m. The motor vessel Captain Theo will be collecting freight from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Passengers and vehicles. For more information, please call 361-7556. So come sail with us, DT Shipping Lines. Wants you to come sail with us to Iltv on the motor vessel Arabian, which is going to dock at 3-island dock in North Iltv. The motor vessel Arabian will leave Port of Ski on Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 11 a.m. And it's going to return to Nassau Saturday, April the 13th at 6 p.m. And then, of course, the motor vessel Captain Theo is sailing to Hatchet Bay. It's going into Hatchet Bay, Iltv. It's going to leave Port of Ski Dock Friday, April the 12th, 2024 at 6 p.m. And it's returned to Nassau Sunday, April the 14th, 2024 at 10 a.m. The motor vessel Captain Theo will be collecting freight from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. passenger and vehicles. And of course, for more information, please call 361-7556. All right.
Well, I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Tired of waiting in lines? Wait no more. Download the Money Max app today, the powerful application that enables you to pay all your utility bills, purchase, top-ups, spread, well, spend sand dollar with sand dollar embelled mechanics. Merchants. I'm trying to read my spiritual advisor.
Okay, take your time.
And much more. Sign up for convenience with Money Max. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max, live your Money Max life. It's powerful. Money, money, money Max. All right. So we thank you, and let's see what else do we have here now. There was some article, yeah. Well, Well, let's go back to Grand Bahama because there is a major debate taking place as it relates to the governing Progressive Liberal Party and the Grand Bahama Port Authority over a claim by the PLP that the Grand Bahama Authority owes the public treasury about $357 million. The PLP is demanding the money, and the Grand Bahama Port Authority is acting stubbornly, and they will not do what responsible corporate groups do, which is pay your bills. And so the Prime Minister has been putting the whip on them, and now the national chairman of the governing Progressive Liberal Party, who is also the Foreign Affairs Minister, that would be the Honorable Fred Mitchell, he too has publicly joined the battle to assist in getting the people's money. And I think it's very important. It is very regrettable that the opposition leader, that's Michael Pintard, has refused to side with the Bahamas. It's always very sad in political competition when Bahamian politicians don't know what is the right side and the best side to stand on and to defend. So Michael, he is with the Grand Bahama Port Authority. I suspect he lives in Grand Bahama. I suspect. So that might explain, his reluctance to stand up. He may not have studied the history. And I think that's a part of the problem. Maybe that's what some of the younger generation, and the same generation of Pintard has with him, where he doesn't know about Pinling's bend or break speech. Yeah, I think that's a part of it. Lacks history. But let's look at what Fred says, because Fred Mitchell is an historian. And his side is the righteous side, the side on the part of the people of Grand Bahama. Yeah. And what happened? Y'all pulled out my plug?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't have no power?
I don't have any power. Who pulled out my plug?
Well,
would you please?
You gotta get into the right source, my brother.
Put this camera on the spiritual advisor for a second so I can push this plug in.
I'll get it for you. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Continue to talk.
Yeah. And so we have to debate how we are going to get the Grand Bahama Port Authority to pay up. And Fred Mitchell was pointing out that they got to pay up. And I need everybody in the Bahamas, every citizen, to, write a letter to the media. You think I could get everybody in the Bahamas to send a letter to the media calling on the Grand Bahama Port Authority to pay up? It's just pay up. Dear Grand Bahama Port Authority, I'm a citizen. We know you owe the money. Will you please pay up, and let's keep this civil. We don't want to have to get into any row with y'all. We don't want to curse y'all out. We don't want to picket up and down the place.
Can the government take them to court?
The government can take them to court. Yeah. All right, the government can, but they should pay up. And I think it is great that Mr. Mitchell has pledged to to assist in this major battle, and we need every citizen to join the battle because we need the money. See, the money is needed. There's so many social programs that the PLP is pursuing, and it needs the finances to pay for it.
And the
And
government also need a lot of people as well. A lot of
who
people
do you
need-
know the government of?
The government, there's a lot of contracts in various ministries that just
Who
haven't
do you
been
know
paid.
who do you
Senator,
know the government of?
all I could tell you is this. There are a lot of contractors who've been complaining about not being paid
Really?
on time.
Really?
These contractors are in the Ministry of Education. These contractors sometimes work for beaches and parks. These contracts could work for the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Works, you know, all the various ministries. So
And they're not paying their bills.
yeah, a lot of contractors haven't been paid. You know,
Anyway.
so that $300 and something million can go a long way.
Okay.
Make no mistake about that.
Yeah.
But somebody's complaining. I don't know how true this is, right? But they're saying that the government needs to pay attention to all the mail boats that are actually going to Exuma. It says that these boats are not taking human beings.
They're what?
They're not taking human beings to Exuma. They're only carrying cargo. I don't know. They're saying
What
they
is the
don't know.
cargo?
Like, you know, it could be food, medicine, you know, medical supplies. But I don't know how true this is. Whoever
What is the problem with it?
they're saying that all the other islands, all the other vessels that go to like Iltv, they're taking people. You know, they're taking people. But they're saying the boats going to Exuma, they only take cars.
Why are they not taking people to Exuma?
They say it could be because of the corona restrictions, coronavirus.
Or is it that Exumians have decided they will fly?
Well, there are some people who don't like planes, and they would want to go to
And
Exuma
so
via boat.
those who don't like plane are being denied?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it's very important service. They said there are people who are afraid to take planes, but they
Find
want
out
to
who
take
they
boats.
are, and let's let the Deputy Prime Minister...
This is the first time I'm hearing this, though.
That's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
Find out who they are. Let's get the Deputy Prime Minister involved so that he could know whether or not we should start revoking the licenses of those
Yeah, the
those
vessels that don't carry
Yeah.
people, they just carry cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
So let me go back to the Port Authority and the fact that Mr. Mitchell has been pointing out the urgency of this matter. So let's see where it is. The Davis administration, fight with the Grand Bahama Port Authority is not part of some ploy by the government to take over the entity, but is simply an effort to improve the lives of Grand Bahama residents. Progressive Liberal Party PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell said. Mitchell said investors have walked away from Grand Bahama due to the difficult red tape laid out by the Grand Bahama Port Authority as he appealed to Bahamians across the political divide to get on board with the idea that Freeport needs to become a Bahamianized city. He called on right-thinking people to support the efforts of Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis in his battle against the owners of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. So new evidence is emerging that Grand Bahama Port Authority has put up some serious restriction, plenty red tape, all designed to prevent the advancement of business on the island, thus causing further hardship for Grand Bahama's population. That's ground for revolution. That's ground to close down the Grand Bahama Port Authority. That is ground for the break and bend speech of Pinling and the carrying out of that philosophy that governed the bend or broke speech of Pinling. So I'm happy that Fred Mitchell has called on every Bahamian to join forces. And it is my hope and prayer that Fred Mitchell would work with Michael Pintard and see what he can see if he can just move Michael out of this fray, sit Pintard down and talk to him. I think Michael Pintard needs counseling in view of the fact that Dr. Minnis and his family is now organizing against, against Mr. Pintard. And you will note that that Dr. Minnis' cousin, that would be Dwayne, that would be, what is the name of Dr. Minnis' cousin, my spiritual advisor?
Was it Brown McCartney?
Bronwell McCartney. They're about this is like them trying to take over the country, family taking over the country. So I don't know what Papa can do, because all of them is family. So Michael could be left out. What do you mean they're not?
I say they're the Nords, right? N-O-R-D-S?
Who's the Nords?
Dr. Minnis. Did he come from that family?
Dr. Minnis.
Brown McCartney come from that family as well, right?
Dr. Minnis is a Nord, and so is Bronwell McCartney.
Where they from?
Heidi.
No.
My spiritual advisor.
They're from London.
Do you know any Nord? Do you know any Nord from Baintown?
They're British people, man. The Nords are from Great Britain, I think.
Dr. Minnis look British? Huh? I mean, if you were called Bronwell McCartney British, we could play British with him. But certainly, Dr. Minnis ain't a British.
What is he? What does he look like?
He's
to you?
like me.
What Dr. Minnis look like to you?
He's like me. We look like Haitians. What you giggling about? We're beautiful people. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, they're both knots. Yeah. All right. And I don't know what Michael is going to do. Michael is a Pintard. Michael need to find some Haitian in his family. You think he can do that?
Where are the Nords from?
How do you mean where the Nords from?
Let me see if Google could tell me where the Nords are
I
from.
smarter than Google. All right? Google don't know Dr. Minnis. Google don't know boxer Dr. Minnis' brother. All right? You think?
The Nords.
You think Google know him? Google don't know Bronwell McCartney. Where the hell Google was when I was on Meadow Street one night with Bronwell McCartney? And you can tell me with Google? Huh? Google is smarter than me. Right? Anyway, Mr. Mitchell, we have to continue to support the Prime Minister, and we have to continue to spread the message that Mr. Davis is correct to defend the aspirations of the people. Okay? Now, what is this? I've seen the acting.
Okay. Europe, the Europeans.
Who's European? There's nothing European. Find Dr. Minnis' pictures so I can ask the country if they see any characteristic of a European in Dr. Minnis.
The Nords.
Dr. Minnis cannot claim European. All right?
Yeah, they're not from Haiti.
What about Africa?
Anyhow.
It's amazing, eh? We, the Negro people, we are denying our roots. I shall never
Which is Africa.
deny
That's where we're from.
my Haitian roots. Never. All right? This is powerful. So what's going on at the prison? I came across some article this morning where the acting commissioner of the prison is admitting to something. So let's look to see what he is admitting to, because under the law, the Minister of National Security is responsible
For the prison.
for the well-being of all prisoners. And so I need to know what's going on. Acting Corrections Commissioner Don Clare confirmed the fears of a mother who said she could not speak to her son because he was beaten in prison, telling one of the Negro newspaper the man was attacked by several inmates. Chakara Burrows told the newspaper on Monday that she typically spoke to her son, Dante Scott, twice weekly, but had not done so since the week before last, causing her to worry. She said a man recently released from prison told her on Friday that prison officers took her son out of his cell and carried him to another cell so some guys could beat him. Acting Commissioner Clare said yesterday that officials are still investigating the alleged attack. He said if officers were involved, they would be dealt with. He said Scott has been transferred from the remand center to a training dormitory in the medium security section for his safety. He said Scott, who was sentenced to 6 months for bail violation, was attacked by 3 inmates. He said a full report on the incident is expected to be completed by Thursday. Ms. Burrows last saw her 18-year-old son last year when he collapsed in front of one of the newspaper upon escaping from the Princess Margaret Hospital. So these are more social problems. What a controversy that we are in. And that is why I want young people to behave themselves and avoid getting in these kind of problems. So he's sentenced to prison for 6 months for bail violation. And then the allegations are prison guards took him to a cell where he was attacked by other inmates. Very unfortunate, very regrettable. But we have to constantly tell our young men to behave themselves in the society so they won't be charged in any courts, so they don't have to be put on bail, wouldn't have to get themselves in these things, and got poor parents, they take advantage of us and got us up and down the police station, up and down the hospital, up and down the prison, up and down the court. Then when you don't go, they tell you don't like them and all kind of bullshit. You're right, it's just amazing being parent and the kind of social problems that exist in this country where the children, they just do all kind of things and blame it on the parents, or society blame it on the mother, or the society want to blame it on their father. I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy I didn't have to tell you that last piece. This is Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save young people in distress. Behave. Don't get yourself in trouble, okay? God save the King, King Charles III, the entire royal family. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome back.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
And just before we open up the line, there are two great things that are scheduled for tomorrow. At the Progressive Liberal Party headquarters, they are going to have a memorial. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think I'm saying it correctly, a memorial for the late Dr. Franklin Ferguson, a justice of the peace and a member of the Stalwart Council of the Progressive Liberal Party. So there's going to be a memorial service at the PLP headquarters for him. And then tomorrow afternoon, around 5 p.m., at the Renaissance Carmichael subdivision, I hope I'm saying it correctly, under the auspices of Prime Minister Philip Davis, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Renewal, and we do know that the minister responsible for that ministry is the Honorable Keith Bell. So they are going to present keys to new home owners. So that should start about 5 p.m. And I want to publicly thank the Minister of Housing for the invitation. I love being invited to these government functions, but I won't be able to come until 6. But I have accepted the invitation. I look forward to seeing those nice homes, and I really hope that I could be there on time to see Bahamians being passed their keys. It is always a great thing for citizens when they're able to move into their new homes. So I want to say God bless the PLP for its policy on housing. God bless a Prime Minister who's willing to find the fundings, and God bless a Minister of Housing and Urban Renewal who is committed to making sure that every citizen who wants a house gets a house, okay? And so this is powerful. So it's tomorrow, 5 p.m. Okay, folks? Bradley, you want to open up? Oh, and of course, to the people at, what is the name of that restaurant?
The Busch Gardens.
The Busch Gardens.
Yeah, Busch Gardens is inviting us to dinner.
Yeah, please forgive me. I had forgotten that I had an invitation there today. So I will join the spiritual advisor this evening. Where's the Busch Gardens?
The Busch Gardens is in Tampa Bay.
Where's it?
Oh, sorry.
Jesus have mercy.
Sorry, we got the Busch Gardens. It's,
Goodness have mercy. You don't want me to go, eh?
we got the Busch Gardens here, the fish fry. So they're just sending me now.
So it's Busch Gardens
at the fish fry. Yeah, they
Okay.
have some seats available.
Okay.
They say good afternoon, Mr. Spiritual Advisor and Rodney Manka. Your seats are booked for you. They are expecting us to come and sit down and have dinner at the Busch Gardens at the fish fry.
Well, this is powerful.
What are you going to have, Sandra?
I'm not sure. I've been watching my weight because it appears that I've been putting on some weight.
Yeah.
And so I've been doing, some jumping jacks and so forth.
You got to walk, Sandra.
And I have been,
Okay.
yeah. But who
We're
knows?
looking forward to
Yeah.
having a
Let's
nice
hope they have.
red snapper, maybe.
You think they have red snapper?
If they do have red snapper.
Do you think they have any manioc?
Manioc? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. Well, I hope they have manioc, and I hope they have banan. And if they do, it will be beautiful. But if they don't, whatever they have,
Okay.
we'll enjoy.
Absolutely.
You want to open up the lines?
The numbers are, sorry, the lines are open. The numbers are 323-7775-6980, 775-6980, 776. Thank you so much, sir, for your invitation to the Busch Gardens at the Fish Fry. Welcome to Freedom March, calling you live.
Hey, good afternoon, Senator, and good afternoon, Mr. Road.
Good afternoon.
All is well?
Yes, sir.
I heard you said something interesting with respect to this GBPA and the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and you reminded us that the government owes a lot of contractors. They've given out a lot of contracts in Nassau, and perhaps the monies from GBPA, if they was to get it, can serve the government well by paying individuals in Nassau.
Absolutely.
Now, here in Grand Bahama, I'm a Grand Bahamian, we have a problem with that. Because if GBPA now owes the government, then it owes the Grand Bahamians. And so it is the Grand Bahamians who should benefit from that money. You don't think so?
And so you're saying
So why would you suggest that the government would take the monies from Grand Bahama to take care of bills in Nassau? See, that's my problem I have with that. As a PLP, and I analyzed the situation, I didn't want to address it. But because you said that, it caused me to think, because my thing was, fighting for the money is one thing. Asking for the support of Bahamians is another thing. And my thing with that is, why are you asking for support of Bahamians when this is a matter of law and law will dictate? Are you hearing me? Because when you're in the courtroom, a bunch of Bahamians can be inside there. I don't know if we're trying to steer this in a political direction, but law is supposed to dictate on this matter. Therefore, you don't need no one to be running on all over social media and having all types of things to say money in the water. The next thing is, if you was to get the money, is another thing, what you will do with it. Now, with respect to the by-election, we would have learned that there was a lot of promises being made concerning West End and Bimini. Have we reached out to those individuals as yet?
That's a good question.
With respect to Grand Bahama alone, Freeport City is a square in Grand Bahama, but the outer skirts, which the government is responsible for, they haven't been doing anything.
Okay.
You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, absolutely. You make some valid points.
Well, I want to butt in. As you have confessed, you are a PLP. Did I hear that?
I voted in the last.
And I'm certain you would know that my spiritual advisor is an FNM.
Okay.
So when he made his political comments, I suspected that he was a little biased. So, be guided.
So you're saying that we should not acknowledge what has been stated over the media?
No, I've never said that. I was merely pointing out his politics. The facts of the matter is, if the Grand Bahama Port Authority owes money, you have to first make a demand.
Of course.
The government has made a demand.
Yes.
And in the demand, since it is a national issue, it has to be discussed nationally. The government the government has to comment on it. And the Grand Bahama Port Authority has also issued statement. So let diverse thoughts contend.
But remember though, it was said by the Honorable Fred Mitchell that they never expected for this stuff to hit the media with respect to the exchange.
Yes,
so it sounds like this was something that always supposed to be negotiated behind closed doors.
And then the Grand
Bahama be in this conversation.
Yes, the Grand Bahama Port Authority, it is being alleged, then release the information, thus causing the PLP to have to mount a public rebuttal. That is what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
In any event, however this plays out, right, the people of Grand Bahama, right, we need a relief, and we need, at the end of the day,
that is the objective,
to benefit from this money.
Of course.
The people of Grand Bahama will benefit from the money, and that is why the government is pursuing it. Don't forget, this is monies that my guys should have collected. Those of us who feel symbolically as FNMs.
And the previous administration as well.
We were supposed to have done it. We didn't do it.
Supposed to have done it too.
And of course, Mr. Davis pointed out that the PLP previous Prime Minister, he was supposed to have done it.
Right.
But under Davis, it shall be done.
Okay, caller?
Well, at the end of the day, it's all about benefiting. We want to
You
benefit.
got it.
Yes.
You take good care. We thank you
Thank
for
you.
your powerful remarks.
All right, take care now. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon,
Good
gentlemen.
afternoon. Good afternoon.
How y'all do today?
Okay, we're fine. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with the last caller. If the monies are available, the money should be used on the people in Grand Bahama, Freeport. I don't think the money should be used in Nassau or any other area. I'd like to say the majority of it should be used for the people at Freeport and Grand Bahama. I don't know anything about the Grand Bahama Port Authority, but I don't trust government either, PLP or FNM. Okay.
Okay.
Now another thing, Mr. Munger,
So,
all of us in the diaspora, we are related by blood
wow.
coming out of Africa.
Wow.
The Asians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, all us in the Caribbean, the Americas, we were brought here as slaves. So
Right.
Okay.
the surnames is not original surnames of our forefathers.
You mean for some of us?
Most of us, yeah.
Okay.
They're not. They're not.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're related by blood.
Yes.
And the problems we faced with the Haitians, we really didn't cause it. It
No.
was caused by the elites of the world.
Right.
Now, one thing I always hear Bahamians say, Asian, but I want you guys to know we have white Asians also.
Yes, we
Just
understand
like
that.
we have Conky Joe white Bahamians,
Yes.
yeah, we have white Asians also.
In Haiti, yes. we know that.
Right. So, but that money again should be used for the people of Freeport. Right?
Take it from me. Every dime
Every-
will be
yeah.
used in Grand
We got you.
Bahama, okay?
We hear you. Thank you so
Thank
much. Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
spiritual advisor.
How are you, ma'am?
Good.
Yeah.
I heard you spoke about the mail boat not taking persons to Exuma,
Yeah, that's a text we got earlier.
but I have a problem with the mail boat system that runs into Freeport.
Okay.
They also don't bring passengers.
Why?
So I don't know.
So I used to go on the mailboat years ago to Freeport.
Well, they don't do it anymore. We have lots of persons who do not fly or are afraid to fly that needs to travel on the mail boat.
Right.
So that needs
We
to
looked
be
into it.
addressed as well.
Thank
Have
you so
you
much.
drawn it to the attention of Minister Jobet?
I didn't speak with her personally, but I sent a message on to her.
I'm going to suggest you do a small little letter and send that to her.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank-
Carl. You're welcome. Take care. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yes, well, very pleasant, blessed good afternoon.
Ezekiel,
Do you want to go on the mailboat?
Mr. Manta, I'd like to send out a shout to all the nurses and the doctors at the Elizabeth St. Clinic for the service they are given to me on Tuesday, Monday. I pray that everything will work out for them by the grace of God, the family that prays together, stays together. And I'd like to send out a shout to all the senior citizens around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, to those around the family islands, the sick and the shortened, to those incarcerated, and let us continue to pray for the male seats of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and to every family that's about to the port of the loved one back to Mother's Earth. That earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot cure, and let us continue to pray for them that God will strengthen them in this hour of bereavement. And I'd like to send out a shout to everybody that knows
Ezekiel.
Brother Joe.
Brother
And
Joe.
have a blessed afternoon, and y'all enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Do well.
Family that prays together, stays together. And
Amen.
God will unite y'all together in a link of chain that will not be able to broke loose. Y'all have a blessed afternoon.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care. All right. thank you,
Ezekiel, better known as
Brother Joe.
Brother Joe.
Wow, that's interesting. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello,
Good af-
Spiritual Advisor.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Trying to make it, sir.
Brother Manta.
Sir,
Now, the lady talking about the mailboat.
Right.
Now, those mailboats, what they talking about, but don't carry passengers. They are the mailboat that roll on, roll off. They don't have that passenger accommodation. Now, going to Freeport, you could go on a mailboat, but then you would have to sit down, or if you got a easy chair, you can take it with you. But for us, airspace, they don't have that. But they still carry people to Freeport, especially women and stuff. But you have to bring your chair, you lay off, and
You don't know cabins?
No cabin. They rule on, rule off. They only
Oh.
have quarters for the crews and stuff.
Okay.
Do you know if they also have the mail bag?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
All right.
the one that run to Exuma, that's the rule on, rule off. That's the Grandmaster.
Okay.
That's the fast ferry.
All right. So then no cabins on that as well.
So that rule on, rule off. But
Okay.
I don't know what happened to them.
All right. But we need to look into that because there are a lot of people who would like to go by boat to these family islands, but they can't.
Yeah.
You know, so not everyone likes to fly plane, you know?
No, no.
Anyway, we thank you so
Anyway,
much.
nice
Thank-
hearing you all this season. And
Yes.
you know, sound pretty good, spiritual advisor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Zoo.
Keep it that way. You and Brother Manco.
Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Okay, brother.
Take care. Bye-bye. 323-777-5, 698-0775, We don't need call center. But that's something to look into, that people are noticing that there's some vessels that don't go,
On the mailboat?
that they don't carry passengers. They just
Okay.
carry freight. That's something to look
Well,
at.
we need to find out what is the law governing that. You see? I think that's the best way to deal with it.
Now they're saying that there's a possible twist is now whenever there are regattas, then you'll see people being able to catch the boats. And I thought about this. The reason why I'm thinking that they don't carry passengers because it doesn't seem as if there's a market for passengers, and as a result of that, they don't use vessels that have cabins. Because I know before when I went into Freeport, that the top of the boat had these air-conditioned cabins that you could sit down in these seats and you can relax and you can eat and whatever have you. So maybe they stop using those and just use the roll-on, roll-offs. Maybe there's not enough market that they decided to discontinue that service. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I would like to recommend those pharmacists at Fleming Street. I had to go to the government clinic on last week. I stopped at the one at Flamingo Gardens. I stood at the window for about 20 minutes. I didn't know where the pharmacist was. Then she came and she said, "Have you been helped?" I said, "No." Then when she looked at my prescription, "Oh, we don't have this here. You have to go to Fleming Street." And let me tell you, those two young persons and the pharmacist, they were very nice. I must recommend them.
At Fleming Street?
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that.
Very, very nice.
Well,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you so much.
and thank you
Take care.
for telling us that wonderful story, okay?
You're welcome.
God bless you.
323-7775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello.
Good
Sir.
afternoon.
Yeah, how are you?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello?
Turn your radio down first, please.
Yes, Mr. Special Advisor.
Good afternoon.
As far as I am aware, the airport, the airport which used to carry passengers, that was the Fiesta.
Okay.
That boat was sold. They sold that boat. So that has accommodation, just like you said. They had a very large room up on the top there.
All right.
It's fully air conditioned, and they had the nice lounge, seats and
Yeah.
stuff for people
Yeah. The
just
sit-in.
occupy and whatnot. Now they got another boat, and there were talk that certain things were supposed to be done, but I'm not going to go no further into that because I'm not authorized.
Okay.
Okay, but I heard talk that they were supposed to be making some arrangement on the other boat what they got. Now, if you call the mailboat office, Mr. Miller or Mr. Taylor, either one of them should be able to share some light.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right,
A
no-
lot of people love traveling the mailboat.
Yes, of course.
Report. Some people don't like to fly.
Right.
So if somebody called the office, the mailboat office, I'm sure they would be able to tell them something. And I
Okay.
know Mr. Manco will take that up tomorrow, and he'll call and find out, and he'll let us know tomorrow.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good evening.
You too.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mr. Roll.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Afternoon, Mr. Monka.
Good afternoon, my dear.
First time calling. I listen every day.
Welcome.
First time calling.
Yes,
Welcome.
Now, calling today is because of something I wanted to explain. On Saturday, my sister was buried from Holy Spirit Church.
Yes.
She's 102.
Wow.
So I called today to give an apology for something that happened. And it's this. Mr. Alfred Honorable Alfred Sayers from Fort Charlotte, he had said that he was going to attend the funeral, but we knew, he told us that something came up and he was not going to be able because he had to represent the Prime Minister someplace. Anyway, as MP for Fort Charlotte, he said he would send in his condolences. We were aware that he was not going to be there, okay. But he had prepared the condolence speech to be done. It was not his fault that he wasn't there, and it was not the fault of the family when his name was called. People say they called his name and he didn't show up, but we knew better. But the problem was, the fault was in technology. That's all it was, and it couldn't be done. The problem was not a nuns in church, so people could know what was going on. So I now present an apology for Mr. Sayers and also for our family, because some people are saying that he didn't show up for whatever reason. He is not that type of person, so not to do things when he promised. When he was disappointed, so was I. So I'd like for anybody who went to the funeral and who heard that he didn't show up and this and that and the other, I am apologizing for him and my family. So thank you very much for allowing me to use your show, which I watch every day.
God bless you. Thank you too.
Okay.
God bless you.
All right, take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. So what was supposed to happen was his speech was supposed to have been read through technology
Okay.
at the funeral, and it didn't happen.
Okay.
Okay. So he did send his condolences, I guess. Normally, sometimes when you can't make it at a funeral, they do some live or some pre-recorded thing, and it's played into the audience. All right, so we understand what she's saying. Any real more calls? 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775 and 698-076. Well, my MP didn't show up to my father's funeral either.
Who's your MP?
Even after promising me that he would come.
Who's your MP?
Leroy Major.
Okay.
He didn't show up, but I guess he was probably busy too. Anyway, that's life. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Now, listen here. Let me let you all know how the mailboats run.
Okay.
As long as they tote that mail bag, they are responsible for passengers. That was like that from I was born from 1989. Now, you get it, them mailboat owners straight, because I don't like playing myself. And I travel down on the mail boat. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We thank you, comrade.
This is the last call. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Freedom March.
Yes, sir.
You have 60 seconds.
Yeah, let me get to this quickly.
Listen, listen very carefully. Listen, you only have 60 seconds, okay?
Yeah. I used to be the chairman for a branch in Nassau Village. When the member of parliament can't attend a funeral, you have two other people that can attend the funeral and speak on behalf of the member of parliament. It can either be the chairman of the branch or the NGC member of the branch.
Okay.
Can then speak on the behalf of the member of parliament.
Okay.
Okay, he can give his condolence for the member of parliament and say a little one, do something.
Okay.
So, that's how this thing set up.
Oh, thank you, caller. All right, that's it.
Well, folks, the gentleman was our last caller, and we told you at the beginning of the show what the breaking news is. 7 Negro citizens, all reportedly to be employed at the Water and Sewage Corporation under the leadership of Long Island Member of Parliament Adrian Gibson. They were arraigned in magistrate court before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley, and of course they were all charged with fraud. Now, there have been 2 other citizens due to sickness. They could not be charged, okay? So have a wonderful and safe day. This is Freedom March. God save my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Let there be peace. Let there be peace. Tomorrow, if it is God's will, we shall return. Do well, everybody. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe.